I couldn't stop thinking about the place. Like, it drove me nuts. I drove my husband nuts. He just looked at me like, what do you mean you want to buy it? Like, do you realize all the work it needs done? I just like, I don't know, I guess we'll figure it out as we go. I was compelled, pretty much I wanted to try to save this piece of history. I wanted to save this building. I want to have it keep going as a place to come to investigate, because obviously there's things going on here.
I swear something just like tugged on my knee.
Gotta edit that out. Yeah.
He's laughing with us. Yes. Yes. Energy shift in the room. But at one point, Scott goes, hey, I'm gonna switch from FM to AM because I'm getting a lot of radio. And as soon as he does, the whole tone of that Estes kind of shifted.
Ari. Stupid. What took you so long?
Truly beautiful building. If I could take a postcard of a building that looks haunted, this would definitely be on one of those postcards.
My name is Scott McCafferty, and I'm a mental health professional by day and a paranormal investigator by night. Over the past 11 years, I've been learning to take the skill set of helping others and apply it to my ongoing investigations into the paranormal. With my buddy Rex and an assortment of friends and family, I am on a mission to contact the echoes of history and potentially solve the mysteries they left behind.
Hi guys, my name is Rex Tracy. I'm here with Ghost in the Studio Productions. I've been a ghost hunter for almost 10 years now, and it's been an amazing journey so far. Our most recent investigation, me, Scott, as well as Andrew, went and investigated Wildwood Sanitarium in Salamanca, New York.
It's actually my second time coming to the Wildwood Sanitarium. 2 years ago, my wife and I came here for a private overnight ghost hunt, and it was the perfect atmosphere. There was a dark and stormy night. It was Friday the 13th. We're all excited. And so when you have a night like that where everything is just pitch perfect, but then you don't get really a ton of evidence. It's kind of a disappointing investigation overall. But the history of the place is so rich that when we had the opportunity to come back, I jumped on that like a fat kid on a cupcake. And I can say that because I'm fat.
Now, originally this wasn't a location that was on my radar, but as soon as I found out about it and started studying, and then I seen the building, let me tell you what, truly beautiful building. If I could take a postcard of a building that looks haunted, this would definitely be on one of those postcards.
My name is Lori Wagatha, and both me and my daughter own Wildwood, and it'll be 7 years in July 4th. I am so attached to this place. Even when I come here, it's like I don't want to go home. It feels like home. From the first day I walked in here, I couldn't stop thinking about the place. Like, it drove me nuts. I drove my husband nuts. He just looked at me like, what do you mean you want to buy it? Like, do you realize all the work it needs done? I just like, I don't know, I guess we'll figure it out as we go. I was compelled, pretty much I wanted to try to save this piece of history. I wanted to save this building. I want to have it keep going as a place to come to investigate, because obviously there's things going on here.
Hi, my name is Zachary Bristol. I am co-owner of this building, Wildwood Sanitarium. I came into this project 5 years ago through my wife, Brooke Bristol, who is now the owner of this place. Her mother originally was. They got this place 6 years ago, and now she is the owner because her mother had cancer actually, so she had to take up ownership of the building because she didn't want it to lose hands in the family.
The Wildwood Sanatorium was built in 1900. However, construction items on site such as square nails as well as elements of gas lighting were found. So that kind of puts it to more, 1850s, 1860s era. Now, we can't find the deed or any documentation of who the original owner of the building was, but what we did find is in 1903, Dr. Perry and Dr. Henderson came into ownership of the building. So Dr. Henderson and Dr. Perry were holistic healers. So what this means is rather than prescribe prescription drugs or invasive surgeries, they would prescribe their patients natural light, fresh air. They would put them in baths with a little bit of electroshock in there to stimulate the body. Now the reason this is important is this wasn't typical practice back then. A lot of it was intrusive surgeries, and holistic healing's even still practiced till this day by some doctors.
They were osteopathic doctors, both him and Dr. Perry. They actually went to college together in Kirksville, Missouri for osteopathic stuff. So they were into things like bone stretching, and then they had the bathhouse in the basement, so they had various things down in the basement. And supposedly it was the most up-to-date kind of care you could get as far as, bath treatments go and stuff.
But then in 1923, things changed up a little bit. The town of Salamanca, New York said, look, we love the fact you guys have the sanitarium here, but we're having a tuberculosis outbreak and we need a place to treat people for tuberculosis, and unfortunately your place is the best that we have that can do that. So from 1923, I believe up until roughly the 1940s, the sanitarium actually had to switch tactics and start treating more of the TB during the outbreak.
It's a place of healing. People come here they'll come here to investigate and come home with some kind of a healing message or a healing feeling, even from a loved one or something. I mean, it's really crazy here sometimes.
So Dr. Henderson owned the property up until about the mid to late 1940s, when it sold to another person who then renovated the entire building into a series of apartments. That ran up until about the 1980s, and then after that you had multiple owners coming in doing various different things with the building. There were periods where it sat vacant, there was nothing going on, and then in 2001 another person buys the building and doesn't really do much of anything with it. The building falls into disrepair, there's all sorts of work that needs to get done, until Lori and Brooke come along and buy the property in 2017.
We dedicate this room to the doctors. As you can see, we kind of have it set up like that, like a doctor's office. So we have all these old things here. We got a skeleton and stuff like that. And here we actually have a full 1900s doctor's kit. This is pretty much what they would have brought in like a house call. So in here, a lot of people get the doctors. That's part of the reason why we dedicate this room to them. They get the doctors activity from the doctors up here on the third floor. And also there is a spirit that goes by Charlie. He used to be a patient here, and a lot of activity happens here from him, and also in the attic, which is right behind you too. And yeah, we've had quite a few happen here. Honestly, I get a lot of REM pod activity in here that's happened a lot, and mainly in this doorway. Also, a lot of spirit box activity, honestly activity all around. But if I were to just say, like, from my experiences personally though, I've gotten a lot of REM pod activity, moving around, hearing things. I've even heard voices whistling too. The doctors are known for whistling, mainly Henderson. He's known for whistling. That's been a thing. And my wife, Brooke, she actually when they first got this place, she actually seen a full apparition of Henderson up here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There are a couple of grumpy old men that hang up on the third floor, and they'll tell you to get out.
So our next stop on the tour is the second floor. We're in Tommy's room.
So one of our other very notable spirits to talk about is Tommy. He comes through a lot. He was a little boy that, like how I said, one of those apartment buildings, he lived here. He actually sadly drowned in a river down the street, but he's known to come through here. And we dedicate this room to him. We've gotten activity from him throughout the entire building though.
Well, we know the little boy spirit Tommy lived here and passed away, but he didn't pass away in the house. But there had to have been deaths with it being the tuberculosis clinic, and just the age of the house. I imagine there's been previous owners or people that lived here. There had to have been.
All right, so this is our doll room. We've had various dolls donated to us and actually sent to us, even at times as creepy as it sounds, with no return addresses even. And yeah, we've had people give them to us. Like we've had like witches give them to us, and just all kinds of people from the paranormal community have given dolls to us. We had some ourselves, like Lori had some too there from her own personal collection that are here. There's some that have attachments to them, and then there's some that are just here pretty much for toys for spirits. But then there is a few that do have energy to them here.
This room is filled to the brim with dolls. I didn't count how many dolls are in here, but there's well over 100 for sure.
There are a few notable ones like this one, even though it looks creepy, and it is like, it does have stuff going on with this rocking horse. This one, these two up here, I know that. It's hard for me to personally pinpoint where the energy is coming from. I know, I'm just pointing out the ones I personally know have energy attached to them. Lori and Brooke would know better.
Next up, you have the seance room. And yes, everybody's like, oh no, seances, oh, it's all bullshit. Look, seance is just another clever way of saying it's talking to the dead, all right? So when you walk in, they've got this table set up and there's a Ouija board and there's these divining crystals, there's crystal balls, they have all this stuff there because the owners frequently do different seances in this building. And they encourage their investigators to, because a seance is just a way to interact with somebody on the other side, which if you're a paranormal investigator, that's pretty much the whole reason why you're here.
All right, so in here, this is our seance room. As the word implies, we've performed many seances, notably at this table here, led by typically myself, Brooke or Lori, and ourselves.
I'm sorry, does activity ever pick up when you guys start playing around here, like in other parts of the building? When you guys start doing seances?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 100%. We'll hear stuff on the 3rd floor, 1st floor, all over. We've heard tapping, coughing, moving around, all kinds of talking, everything. You name it. Yeah, it's something. It's definitely something.
So in the seance room, there's actually a poster, a placard, whatever you want to call it, that actually has a bunch of different diagnoses on it of different conditions, diseases, or symptoms, if you would. Now, I want you guys to remember this because later throughout the night as well, we are getting numbers that we think are correlating to some of these diagnoses, these symptoms, or conditions. So pay attention for that.
Our last trip is down in the basement. Now down here in the basement, this is where they used to have the bathtubs where we do the holistic healing. And you can actually see the outline of the different tubs on the floor that Zach points out. But what was most interesting down here is while we're doing the tour, and this is kind of cool because this doesn't happen very often, but as Zach is describing to us how they would set up the batteries for the electric bath, we ended up catching a woman's voice talking in the background.
So they did experiments like electric battery baths, and this is remnants of the tub, one of the tubs actually, which is really neat. And which is really neat. And which is really neat. And this is part of the console. The whole console's not here, as you can tell. You can tell there's parts taken out of that, but that would have been for that as well. And then over here, you can tell it's like risen cement here. We believe they had a community bath here. We just have this bathtub here. Sadly, cement here. We believe they had a community bath. Cement here. We believe they had a community bath.
What's interesting about this voice is you got to remember there's no women here. It's just us 4 guys. It's myself, Rex, Andrew, and Zach. Lori eventually comes to do an interview, but that was over 40 minutes after this was recorded. So there are no women in this building, yet here we have a woman's voice that's talking to us while we're doing this tour. I can't explain where this voice comes from, and that's why we believe it's an electronic voice phenomena.
We've gotten activity pretty much in every room of the house. It kind of varies depending on the group. And I've had groups come here several times, and each time they come it's different, so it's no matter where you go in here. I mean, even the hallways, I mean, everything.
So for our second patrol of the night, we decided to use one of our favorite techniques, and that's Marco Polo. For anybody who's seen our videos before, you know this is something that we do on every single investigation. When you do a Marco Polo session, we don't really have a specific place we're looking to go to. We're just looking to walk around the building and see if we can get responses. And then wherever responses start coming from the spirit box, that's where we stop and immediately start to investigate. So far, nothing's coming really.
No.
Other than that voice that I'm scared. Polo! Did you hear that? I'm scared. Polo! Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Hi!
Hello.
Can you say that again to confirm you're here? Marco!
I was seeing it on the camera. I was waiting for you to notice.
Oh, I noticed. I'm like, spider! Spider! Ghosts I can do, spiders I can't. Marco! Shut up, bro, until I'll do a good scare. Let's keep going. Help. That was pretty loud.
Yeah, I heard that.
I almost dropped it now. Who needs help?
Second patrol of the night, while Andrew was off doing his isolation, myself and Scott decided we were going to go up to the 3rd floor. We had actually heard something up there, so that's why we jumped up and we're like, we got to go now and do this.
What's up, Doc?
Hey! Michael?
Michael? Did you say Michael? Is that this guy's name? One of my very first selfies was taken with this guy. Sorry, I don't want to knock him over.
Bobby.
That was loud. Who's Bobby? Is that Bobby's bedpan?
Bobby.
That was loud. So getting the name Bobby was extremely interesting. When we went to leave the building at the end of the night, Lori and Brooke have this book downstairs that investigators can write about what their experiences are. So we wrote something to the effect of, hey, if you run into Bobby, tell him that we said hi or something to that effect. And then a couple days later, Lori reached out to us through Facebook and told us that it was interesting that we got the name Bobby because Bobby was the name of her brother who had committed suicide several years earlier. He also supposedly is Brooke's spiritual protector. Bobby was clear. That was really clear.
Name? Ooh.
Yeah, this...
Scott, come over here.
So there's a huge draft. That's open. And I don't know how well shielded this window is.
Yeah. Well,
check this window.
It's just weird because I didn't feel it when we walked in.
Hey. It said hey.
Hey.
Bobby, how old are you? 5.
5. That was clear.
That's clear.
Well, thanks for answering our first question, Bobby.
All right, I got the next question for you, Bobby. You ready? That's not your question. Bobby, what is your favorite toy? Your favorite toy?
Fish?
Couldn't tell.
You down here, buddy?
All right, Scott, you're turning this audio recorder outside the doctor's office.
What did that just say, Scott?
I was trying to timestamp it. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
But it was definitely... Now I'm going to loop this again for you. While we're in the hallway, I want you to listen very carefully to this response because I think this correlates very much to the story of Bobby. All right, Scott. All right, Scott. Word,
Yeah, when I walked in here. Are you in here, Bobby? Hi?
Hi.
Hello? Hi?
Hi.
Hello? Hi?
Hi.
Hello?
All right, Marco.
Just let's head downstairs. Oh yeah, that's right. We totally.
Marco.
Polo.
That was clear.
That was very
That was
clear.
awesome. Thank you for playing our game. All right, we're gonna ask you a question. Whoever just answered Polo, what's your name?
It's actually comfortable.
Is there anything you'd like to tell us? It's weird. It's like there's nothing, and then you get like a really, really clear word or two, and then nothing.
That sounded like a creepy voice.
Yeah. Voices seem to go off when we touch that closet. What's in the closet you don't want us to see?
Did that just say die?
That or get out.
What's in the closet?
Is this your secret hiding spot? Come on, say hi. It's okay. No one's gonna hurt you. If you want me to close this door, just say, please leave me alone.
Leave?
You gotta say the whole thing. Please leave me alone. If you say, please leave me alone, we will definitely leave you alone.
Leave. Leave.
That's 3 weeks in a row.
Okay.
All right, we'll leave you alone.
Adios. You know, so what if, much like, like at Madison, what if this is a portal?
It could be. I didn't feel anything weird when we opened it. But
No.
you can see tons of responses once that door was open. Even when I was reaching for it, that's what started.
So that leaves kind of a unique idea because, one of the most common things kids are like, oh, there's always a monster in my closet. I wonder if that kind of space creates, an atmosphere where a portal could be formed. I pose this theory, what if closets are portals in the paranormal world? So if you go back to your childhood, one thing kids would always tell their parents, there's a monster in my closet. There's something in my closet. So what if they weren't wrong? What if closets are portals? What draws that energy there?
The responses that we're getting up on the 3rd floor, we decided that rather than try to go to another part of the building to investigate, let's double down and let's do an Estes session here in the doctor's office. But now we're going to send Andrew up to the attic because he's the only one that can really fit through the door. Fat shaming myself here, to go ahead and do an Estes session. Now, for those of you that don't know what an Estes session is, it's a type of seance. Cue scary music. So the way that you do an Estes session is you have a receiver, like myself, who's sitting in one spot. I'm wearing noise-canceling headphones, so I can't hear anything around me. I'm wearing a blindfold, so I can't see everything around me. And all I'm able to listen to is the spirit box that the headphones are attached to. Meanwhile, everybody else that's in the area is firing off questions that I can't hear, so I don't know what they're asking. And we're trying to see if what I say the spirit box is saying matches up with the questions that these groups are asking. Sit on the thing. You put your feet in the straps and they can tickle your
PG-13, Scott. This is why we're not going to be monetized, okay? Listen, we got to keep it professional. We take this super serious.
Whoa.
Whoa is right.
I know.
You good?
Yeah, we're good.
I don't work here.
Oh. He's already going.
Oh.
Well, were you a patient?
In a hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah. This.
Were you a patient in the hospital?
Escape.
How?
The building.
How did you escape the building?
Kara?
Who's Kara?
Did you say Kara or Tara?
He's laughing.
Rich.
Yeah, I heard that laugh too. That was.
Rich, Kara, Bobby. So,
21.
what do you guys see right now?
You need?
Need a blackjack, apparently. You keep going with 21. What's the significance of 21?
You want
I do. I do want.
help?
Oh.
Well, it depends on the help you're offering.
Just say it.
I would like your help. Please. Hear that?
Yeah.
Can you help me, please? I don't know if our audio's catching all that, but there's definitely some movement downstairs.
Yeah.
Did you come to help me yet?
It's a promise.
I'll hold you to it.
Can you hear me? It sounded like a kid's voice.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Well, that's great. There was just another knock. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
8.
You're 8. Are you 8 years old?
Disease.
Is there a particular disease you're looking for help with?
TB.
Tuberculosis. Can you, the gentleman who's in the attic, can you tap him on the shoulder? Real nice.
That was like 3 voices all at once again.
I just need
It's me.
I just need you to tap him. Hurt him.
I'm
Tap him.
trying, or I'm trying.
Okay, well, keep trying.
I'm something that started with a TR.
Well, go ahead and keep trying.
I'm good.
Just really nice on the shoulder or even on the knee. That's okay. So I get called an asshole for doing this by some people, and they're probably not wrong. But anytime someone goes into an Estes, I always like to try to pinpoint a spot on their body and ask the spirit to touch them there. And I always pick someplace different so that way the person who's under can't easily predict where I'm going to tell them to get touched or when I'm going to do that. So in Andrew's case, we said go ahead and touch him on the knee. And lo and behold,
Do you split eights?
Did one of you just touch my knee?
no.
I swear something just like tugged on my knee.
Gotta edit that out. Get out.
It's laughing with us. Yes. Yes.
I will.
And Scott, the evil bastard he is like, hey, spirits, touch Andrew's leg. Touch his knee. And to hear Andrew up in the attic, someone touched my knee, and getting all excited, me and Scott celebrated like a fat kid at a cake factory.
Totally high five you right now. Give me
Thank
a high
you.
five.
Yeah.
Hi, Andrew.
High
Oh,
five.
that's weird. That's really weird.
High five. But not only did we celebrate, the spirits celebrated. They were laughing, and just to see like that camaraderie, that is so cool. Because not only are they acknowledging what is going on, but they can see we're excited, so they're excited, and that's just, it makes you happy. It makes it fun. That's why I do this. I could be the super brooding, I'm a ghost hunter. They touched his leg. Or I could have fun with it and enjoy what I'm doing, because I love this.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Trust me, when he finds out that we asked you to do that, he's gonna be really, really happy.
Esteemed?
The last portion of the night, we decided that we wanted to take advantage of the seance room and the setup. So we brought our own divination crystal and our own divining board, and we decided that we were going to do a seance trying to use these crystals to try to get these spirits to talk. Now, this is a very controversial technique because it's very easy for someone to move their hand or shake it to manipulate that crystal to think that they're getting answers or pretend that they're getting answers that aren't really coming through. Even though we get some very interesting responses through this process, we do acknowledge that there is a healthy form of skepticism that needs to be had with this particular technique because there's no real way to verify 100% that we're actually communicating with the spirit.
People are always the human hand, subconsciously they could be moving it, their hand could shake a little. But the process actually typically calls for a human touch because it's, part of that connection with the spirit. Again, that's one of those rabbit holes we could go down for hours. Were you a patient here?
Hold on. Wait for the reset. Ooh, see how it's coming towards yes now.
There we go.
Are you still here because you choose to be here? That's cool. All right. Do you choose to be here because you're afraid of where you might go if you pass on? Is that because there's something you feel bad about doing?
I feel it tugging, so like as if it's still going.
He's going to yes, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I feel it tugging. It's not like I'm moving.
Do you feel bad for what you did? When you passed away, did you pass away before the year 1960?
Oh, I feel something pulling. It's weird. It feels like if you're fishing and like something comes on the line, it's like that's the feeling that it feels. Like the feeling that it's.
Well, my thought is though, if they passed away before 1960, oh shit.
That's not the energy we wanted you to use.
Well, you're ready to be blinded, gentlemen.
Okay. It's going yes though. Jeez. I mean, I offered it energy, so.
Okay. So you passed away before the year 1960. Okay. I'm sorry that we have to do it this way, but did you pass away before the year 1940?
Keep searching towards no.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that was me moving, but it sounded like some.
So we know that whoever this person is, they passed away between the years of 1940 and 1960. All right. Are you a male? Are you a man?
I feel it wanting to pull, but it's like it's almost too weak.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If you really need to use the red light energy to move that, go ahead.
What stood out to me is I remember it clear as day. Andrew's like, if you need some energy, take some. Like clockwork, one of our lights go out. And we're all like, we look like we just got hit by a flashbang. So we put new batteries in it, relight it, and we're, still going. And sure enough, again.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you really need to use the red light energy to move that, go ahead. It's not a big deal. We can always get another light.
No way.
That is so cool.
way.
That is so cool.
No way.
And this is now down to 9%.
Jeez.
This was at 45% when we started.
That's wild. Like as a hunter, like I'm like
That was very cool. Because that thing had
like,
bars of power left.
It's like as much as you believe in this or don't believe in this, like I don't think we could like
The timing.
the timing. Like these don't have timers. Like they just die. All right, do you guys want to start with questions? Do you want me to?
All right, so let's go back to, is the gentleman we were talking to before still here? So that's interesting.
Yes. Okay, got a yes.
Okay. All right, so last we were talking about, we were telling you could use some energy.
Where's that?
We asked your male.
EMF's hitting 2s and 3s right now.
The thing that you think you might be able to fix that you regret doing, was it in regards to hurting someone else?
Oh my goodness.
Is that a yes?
That's a yes. That went straight from circling straight to a yes.
Okay.
Were you the reason for their death?
That just took a hard
shift to maybe.
maybe. I'm watching it hit the old. It's pulling pretty.
Yeah.
Did you intend to hurt them the way that you did?
Shift to no. That's weird.
Did this person survive the injuries? Maybe. Did you use a weapon?
Yeah. These are quick shifts.
Was that weapon a firearm? I was thinking maybe hit and run, but that's not what this is seeming like.
No.
All right, so to give you guys some background, right now we're doing a pendulum. We are talking with a gentleman who was a patient here who died before 1960, but after 1940. Right now, he's trying to tell us about someone that he believes that he thinks he might have murdered, but he's not sure. He did confirm that he shot this person once, and right now we're trying to figure out roughly a time period that this person died in. Did you shoot this person in the Salamanca area?
Yes, they shot them here.
Ending live
Okay.
broadcast.
So it was in Salamanca. Did this incident where you shot this man happen in the 1930s?
Do you want to post it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, and then
We're getting
Yes.
a poll, yeah.
All right, so the 1930s. Was it before 1935? So just to confirm, this incident where you shot this man happened in 1931. Is that correct?
okay, here. I got it public again.
Oh man, this is working. This is
Oh my
working.
goodness.
Man, you are doing great.
Yes,
All right.
1931.
So 1931. All right. So now we're gonna try to narrow this down a little bit
Months.
further. Yes, we're gonna go with months. July of 1931.
July 1931.
Yeah, it's going towards yes. All right. So in July of 1931, you shot a man, and you are not sure if he passed away. Is this correct?
Look at that. That's a strong pull.
Man. Yeah, that's a strong pull.
So these responses just kept coming and coming and coming and coming. And eventually we decided, you know what, if this spirit is this talkative, how about instead of doing a crystal where we can't really tell whether or not that we're getting anything legitimate, let's instead do an Estes session and see if we can get this thing to speak through a spirit box.
Is the man that we have just been talking to with the device?
We're all here.
That's all right.
It's my baby.
Interesting.
Other people.
How many people are here?
I'm here.
Is there a lot of
Deep
traffic?
Neil's voice.
Okay.
Andrew, I just heard something coming up the steps.
Come on, let's
Yes.
go check that out.
Like, well, I can't. This is plugged in and at, like, barely alive.
Darn it.
Were you trying to sneak up on us?
Is there someone coming up the stairs?
Hello, Andrew.
Hi. Have we met before? That's twice my name.
We're telling him. Where did you get that?
Get what?
Rob? Repeat after me.
Okay, so the man that we were just talking to, we would like to talk to you. We're trying.
He's
to figure
dead.
out what your name is. Do you know what his name is?
I burned him.
Like, you cremated him?
Were you one of the Sanitarium workers?
Go back.
Do you want me to turn the camera back around?
Open the door.
All the doors are open.
Well,
Maybe.
talking about the one going to the steps over there.
Say that over again.
Do you mean the door over by the steps? Oh, there's a cold breeze coming across.
Bio? Doubtless.
Like,
Yeah, I'm feeling it on my feet right now.
Now what?
Ooh, cold breeze.
yeah, it's coming from.
Yeah, it's like a straight draft.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I got that earlier.
I
too.
failed. On the 24th.
So that's
Like, that was really clear on the 24th.
so it was July
July 24th,
of 1931.
1931.
July
July 24th.
20
Can Scott hear me?
Yes, you
Yes,
can hear
I can.
you. July 24th of
You know.
1931.
Really loud. She drowned
Well, oh, I heard another step.
Creaky, creaky.
Well, no, it's not. That wasn't a creaky. That was off.
Are you the one that was killed?
I'm a spirit.
Were you shot?
I'm standing in the rain.
Something's moving in the kitchen.
He's sitting in the chair.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Covered
I feel
it.
so much energy.
I'm dead.
Head to toe, chilies.
Yeah.
I hate doing this because I always
Tickle
feel,
him.
I always feel like I'm gonna
Five.
see something.
He's sitting right there. Tickle him. I'm not Boo, buddy. You better not tickle me.
Full body chills right now.
Do you hear that in there?
In his name.
What?
I almost hear like a music box.
No, I just heard like something. Someone's walking around in there.
That's weird.
Are you in the kitchen right now behind me?
I'm feeling a lot of shifting over here, so I don't know if somebody's moving, but like I'm feeling the floor shift coming from this way.
That's exactly
Patrick.
Yeah. Patrick.
Someone's in the kitchen. We're down to 12.
W.
We're down to 12 minutes on my camera.
Okay. I have 3 hours still.
Okay.
So.
All right. So
All right, I'm getting mostly music. I'm gonna switch over to AM.
Okay.
this Estes session is going to stick with me for a while. Simply for the fact, not only the answers we are getting, but just kind of the energy shift in the room. But at one point, Scott goes, hey, I'm going to switch from FM to AM because I'm getting a lot of radio. And as soon as he does, the whole tone of that Estes kind of shifted. All right.
Stupid. What took you so long?
Okay, so you wanted to talk to Scott.
Send help.
Well, you gotta,
Should we be looking?
you gotta calm down. If you're all,
Oops.
oh, that's the temperature gauge on that.
Oh,
Yeah, that.
that's your temperature gauge.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear
I
it.
don't think you can hear it either. So,
Oh, I just got really dizzy for a second there.
Yeah, well,
Piss off.
hey,
got it.
you gotta calm down if you want us to
That was
help.
like a really dark whisper.
If you want us to help, you gotta calm down.
I'm telling you, both of you.
Well, we're trying to help.
I know I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again right now. I don't know why spirits seem to catcall me as much as they do during these various divination sessions or spirit box sessions or Estes sessions. For whatever reason, there seems to be something that has a problem with me. And I'm starting to suspect that maybe this is the same thing at every single location we go to. Now, some people out there would be like, well, how is that possible? Well, you've got to remember the nature of a seance and the nature of a spirit box. You're opening up a gateway, essentially a portal to whatever's on the other side and allowing it to talk to you through this device. So who knows where that portal goes to? I think it's very fair to say that a lot of the spirit activity we get isn't necessarily something that's in the building with us. It could be something that's somewhere else that just sees the opportunity to come out and speak with us.
What has you so frustrated?
I'm stuck. Do you
Okay.
feel the vibe?
Yeah, we can feel it.
I'm out in the snow. What's the update, Brooke?
Brooke, that's the one who owns it.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you need us to?
I'm crazy and I escaped.
Jeez.
You're being selfish. Sleep. Shut your face and sleep.
I don't think that's directed at us.
202.
202.
Both of you. Sure.
202.
But you have to do it first.
Are you at a different location right now? We're down to 9 minutes on this.
No shit. He's dead.
That sounds like a flatline sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
That'd be funny if we just started going back and wavering.
Who's that girl over there?
We're at.
That one by the door. She's right there. Do you see her?
We're about to find out.
Shut up, she's right there. 13.
Literally just from here to here is a
Go check it.
Okay.
She's right behind you. She's right here.
Do you want me to go into the kitchen?
Stop it, go look.
Andrew, I think he's talking about, is Andrew in the right room now?
Brooke.
Weird.
What?
Brooke.
Yeah.
Did you see her? Was she there? 4. You went through a lot of trouble.
We're running out of time
What's his name?
to talk.
Get out.
We're running out of time to talk to the gentleman.
It happened as a rape. Her response was, please do not touch me. She's dead.
Excuse me.
It's hard.
We know. We're right there.
I'm going home. 21.
Asthma.
1, 21, 1. 5. April. It's a code. Nervous.
21. Wildwood Sanitarium was definitely a good investigation. It's one that I left feeling fulfilled. We went in, we got our questions answered, the location was active, but at the same time, there's little things about that place that kind of intrigue me. Like, I want to compare, that closet portal to Madison's closet portal. I want to figure out what was going on in that seance room. I want to know more. I want to know if they found the body. I want to know what keeps spirits in places like this.
When I look back at the Wildwood Sanitarium, I think it was a great follow-up to the investigation that my wife did 2 years ago. We got a lot further to answering that third question than any other investigation that we've done before. We got a person that was actually living there who confirmed dates that they had actually, died. They confirmed dates that a historical event supposedly happened. And now we've got something that we can go back into the records and try to research and see if we can find out if this shooting on July 24th, 1931 actually happened. And that's exciting because you don't get that opportunity very often to really follow up and look at historical records to verify something you got through a spirit box or spirit activity. So to me, that's the biggest exciting takeaway is, again, having that third answer to that third question. Because I already felt like there was something there. Now I have a better idea of what it is, but now I also know why it's there. And that creates an intriguing follow-up to see maybe we can find something historical. And when we do, we will definitely let you guys know.